Ladies and gentlemen, hello. It was Matic again. We're back, episode 2 of our playthrough stroke guide tutorial to surviving Mars. So, as we were just quitting out of the last episode, we saw this pop up, which was a cable fault. So, that's something that pops up now and again, and, we're not playing. The drones should fix it. So actually, yeah, in the time it's taken for me to restart and record, this drone's already on the job, and he's fixing that knackered old bit of cable. So there you go. But we were starting to establish a location over here. So we've offloaded some metal. Now we're going to pick up some concrete. So let's go for... how many is that? Oh, damn. Need to start again. This bloody thing's getting in the way. Right, so we're gonna... Oh, here he is. Here he is. Picking up some concrete. 20. Concrete. So we've got a fair bit of energy stored here now. I think these can store 200 power. That's got 87. So we're okay for power for the moment. We're not using more than we need, but we are starting to establish another water extraction location over here. So we need a couple of little... I'm going to put a little power supply here. Just a couple of little solar panels. Now, what I didn't check is the maintenance on these. They're polymers. How many polymers have we got here? So, polymers. 9 polymers. And they take 1 polymer to maintain. So, might need to call a rocket in the near future. So I've got 2 choices. I can actually establish a separate bank of power sources here, or I can run out a cable from there. And I think there's a penalty to running out long cables.
Sector scanned.
1 metal for each. No, it doesn't say that. And oh, look, the sector was scanned, and we found some water. So that changes things a little bit. So we've got water here. So, given that we're going to establish the colony here, I think, away from the dust, should we establish the colony here, maybe? Run that power around there. We've got water. Let's do that. Would it be handy to get some water made up here as well? So where's our little doody? What should we do? Let's have a look at this. I think having it here would be better. So let's build some water supplies here. I'll just drop this concrete there. And I'm going to run the power off this one, I think. So I'm going to run it's a long cable, but that's alright. So, no, can't do that. We can do that. That way I want to go. Okay, let's leave it at that for now. And we're going to build a water production facility. It must be one of these. Recharge station for the drone salvage. Where's the water? Ah, there we go, life support. So it's going to be a water extractor, and its maintenance is machine parts again. So I'm going to drop that right on top there. And let's bring up the power. And just run that cable to there. There we go. So we can move you out of the way. So those cables need metal to build. This needs concrete and machine parts. Okay, so we need to get some machine parts from over here. Pick up. Looks like he's going to pick up all of them, and I can't work out how to get him to just pick up 5. Okay. Well, we're just going to leave him to do that then anyway. Is that polymer? Oh, we've got some polymers. Oh, look at that. Joy, and some more there. Ah, they were revealed during the scans. Okay, so let's see. Are we still scanning? Yeah, we're scanning there now. I need to get to the point where I'm making shuttles fairly quickly because we need to start to open up these locations. Now I'm actually wondering whether I set up a separate colony here. Is that metal? That's not metal. So we are missing metal for some of these locations. That has a little bit. It's concrete and water. So maybe I should scan around there a little. This has got concrete and anomaly. No metals, so maybe we should scan around there. So in anticipation of struggling with this cliff here, I'm going to just scan there a little bit. And let's see where that gets us to. He's got the machine parts, so he can trundle over here, and so that guy's recharging off this rover. We can recharge off those as well. Now we need to start thinking about maintenance, just checking that some of the early items are, so this is getting close to a maintenance request, so I'm going to ping that one for a maintenance request. These, they're not too bad at the moment. That one's a bit high, I'm just going to ask for one for that. They're quite high. That one's higher because it's closer to the concrete. So there's your lesson learned, which is make sure you don't place things too close to these concrete flops. And is that really ready to return to Earth? No, it's not. It's still got 2 machine parts on it though, which I don't understand. So when this goes back to Earth, then we will need to make the drone hub, because they will need somewhere to recharge. So he's dropping some machine parts here. I will then get him to go and grab some more minerals. I'm going to get him to grab... Are we alright for polymers at the moment? We've got 9 polymers and nothing really requiring maintenance from a polymer perspective at the moment. So, okay. They need maintenance. That's 1 each. So we're going to use 3 there. We have 8, so we'll have 5 left, and we'll probably get a few, 2 or 3 from these. So we're okay for the moment. But let's gather it anyway, and we can drop it. So he should be moving now. Off he goes. These drones should now be building the water extraction. Right, so we're building water extraction. The water's got to have somewhere to go, so you need some pipes.
Sector scanned.
And we need to then think about, with those pipes, where's the water going to be stored and where's it going to be going to? So again, going back to what we were saying about planning the location, we're looking at sticking it here. And when I say sticking it here, obviously I mean the colony, the first colony. In fact, it might be nice just in there. Have we scanned that? No, we haven't. I'm going to make that the next scan. Just see if there's any resources in there. So let's speed that up a little. Check where we're at on the research. So we're still researching the robotics. Let's think about where we need to go now. So sensor towers no longer require power. I'm not sure. I think we're okay with that for the moment. More applicants on Earth. Well, we started with 200. So soil adaptation, new building, farm, which takes 8 concrete and needs 6 people to to operate, and it produces food. So we're going to need that for the dome. Engineering, a polymer factory we could do with. So we're going to need to start to think about building, becoming self-sufficient in terms of the raw materials that we use, so like polymers and machine parts and things that we build from the raw materials. I'm going to say that once this is finished, I don't think we're far off having the first colonists, but I'm going to go for the polymer factory, and then I'm going to go for the biotech. We don't need any more applicants on Mars at the moment, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Now, you can outsource these at great expense, so if you spend 200 million in funding, you get 1,000 research points in the next 5 days. What's that we've uncovered there? STEM reconstruction. Retirement age and death from old age happen later in the life. Well, that's always good, isn't it? So, where are we at? Look, that's been maintained now. So, whilst we were looking at the research, that's been done. That's getting close to needing it. So, let's just get those maintained. Let's just get those done early. And they do self-request maintenance. This has been maintained as well, so our machine parts we've seen a reduction in the machine parts, which are actually over here at the moment. Now our water's up and running, but as you can see there's a warning saying it's got nowhere to go. So we go to life support, and we've got pipes. Now the pipes for water and oxygen are the same, so let's just stretch this out. Let's run it along next to the power cables. I think it's always just a sensible idea to keep your infrastructure in the same place. So let's stretch that out to there, and there. Actually, no, let's undo that.
Resources are low.
Polymers, we're low on polymers. Okay, so we need to think about getting a delivery from Earth. Actually, I'm just going to see where this guy's gone. What's he doing over there? You should be picking up these polymers. Let's just leave it as it is for now, and I'm going to put a water tank in. Water tower. I didn't really want to put it next to the concrete building. I'm going to put it there. Okay. So let's just speed that up and see these little guys. They should be running around. He's going to get a recharge. He's going to get a recharge. This is still only halfway to going back to Earth. Might need to think about getting another rocket. Let's see how many polymers he's picking up now. Only 3. So let's try picking up these as well. And we're close to having our water supply. Now I'm wondering whether I should put a couple of towers in here. It's always good to have some redundancy. So I might actually put another water tower down here, and then I've got the option of running pipes from there in case we have a failure in the pipe. So let's put another tower here, and then we've got some good storage as well. Plus it gives us the option if we want to build a colony over here somewhere. You, my friend, can just get those bits, some more metal. What are we needing for this? Just metals again. We should see you guys, these drones, start to build. They're not touching this. Plenty of metal, so there you go. Now they're starting to do it. So, we've got the scanners, we've got the power supply. We're still good on the power. So the hourly production is 15 and the total demand is 12. It might be worth, I think, just putting another one down here. Just one. But keep it away from the concrete. Let's just put it there. So we've got the water supply starting. Now we need to think about oxygen. I'd like to put the oxygen nearer to this location. What I want to do is see from our scan what we will uncover here. Oh, we've got some meteors hitting there. Just caught that. So we're scanning this one. I'm going to scan there. Maybe here as well. Just want to see what resources we've got available. Don't want to start building where we can't see. So let's have a look. Yeah, I want to scan this bit first. So keep the oxygen production away from the concrete. Maybe I should put that here and then it can use the same delivery pipes. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So oxygen is a moxie. It costs 5 metal to build, consumes 2 energy, so we'll be okay on the power front. And there, I'm hoping that will actually just draw power from here as well. It's looking good so far. So you can tell, is he? Oh, he's completely drained of power. Oh dear. Can I get him? Oh, the other drone helped him. Let's give him a quick boost. That's handy. You can see we're getting waste rocks here again, so we need a dumping ground for that. That's not too big a problem. It doesn't cost anything. So, but we don't know at the moment. Oh yeah, we know that that's clear. So I can put a dumping ground in there. Just anywhere will do. Let's put it there, out of the way. Okay. Looking good. Right, that does need power. That power supply is not reaching, so we just need a little power cable in there. Just run it off. There you go.
Sector scanned.
Right, now we've got that sector scanned.
Research complete.
And it's shown nothing. So sector scan of 48 metal. Okay, so we're starting to see that this is a potentially good second location should we want to have another colony somewhere. And now it's scanning this area. So I'm not going to start building the dome yet till I've got this uncovered. But so here we get to the point where we need to start thinking seriously about colonisation. So let's have a look at the build menu. We're building in here. We know we can build the dome, but we need buildings to go in the dome. So we need places to live. So start off with low-cost living quarters, and you would only need a nursery depending on what the makeup of your transport is. So if you go for a rocket, and you have a passenger rocket, you can choose the makeup of what goes in here, what age group, what range, what's gender, male, female, or other, non-binary. Perks, you can lots of sexy people if we like. And quirks, gurus, tourists, or vegans. Oh dear me. Is it a quirk being a vegan? How is that a quirk? Let's have some alcohol. Let's have some idiots. Oh dear me. Let's have some idiots. Let's bring some people in with some chronic conditions. We could do with a lot of hypochondriacs. Because I'm a doctor, so it's okay. Oh dear me. Right, I think you get the idea of how difficult it's going to be to build a passenger rocket. So we've got the Moxie supply now, and as you can see, that's got nowhere. So these are the things we need to think about putting in.
Select a sector to scan.
And building. Sector scan. We've got some more metal in that sector, which is good. In the dome, we need to start thinking about putting these things in, and we need to start thinking about entertainment as well. So I would not recommend that you get any people into the planet or a colonisation dome, unless you have some recreation, some food production, which is this, I think. And that's a research lab. So we need a prefab bringing. So we now need to start thinking about having a second rocket. So we need food. We've got living quarters that we can make. We've got a nursery we can make. We've got a playground. We've got a school. We've got a research lab. We can build one of these entertainment areas. No, we need to think about producing food. So you've got the oxygen. I'll just build the oxygen tank. There. So we've got the oxygen. We've got the oxygen. We've got the water. So now it's food that we need to think about. Food and water. Now we can make a farm there. But I need to research soil adaptation to unlock that, and I suspect that that will be under the biotech tree. And what have we got here? Right, that's no good at the moment. That's only giving us 100 research per day for every additional explorer vehicle we've got. We've only got one at the moment. We're building a polymer factory, but we might actually be getting closer to wanting to switch these around. But given that's kind of started, I don't know if it continues if you cancel it. So I'm going to let that run as it is and just start to think about the infrastructure. Now this area is now being scanned. Let's get away from that build menu. And it said there were metals here somewhere. It must be these. It's there. Okay, so that's good. So we just need to check on this little guy and see what he's gathering now. So he can gather these. A little bit reluctant about sending him too close to this. Maybe I'll send him around. There we go. That's a bit more sensible. So just gather these last pieces of metal. So. Dumping ground's getting a bit full. Might need to think about another one. This is saying that must be connected to an oxygen consumer. Well, it will be when this is built. That's taking some time, so come on, little minions, build me this. It only takes metal. I'm going to recall these droids. So we've got everything we need from here. We've got the water. We don't need that concrete at the moment. I don't think. We're still producing from here. We've got plenty in storage. In fact, we might need to think about more concrete storage, to be honest. Right, there we go. We've now got the oxygen storage, and that's connected to this pipe. So when we build our dome, and I think I'm going to put the dome there, we can start to think about running these pipes right the way through. We run the power pipe past this mineral area. That's going to power that as well. So I'm going to do that now. Let's get the dome. Let's get the first dome. How exciting. And I want to make sure... It's obviously not going to let me place it here, which is a shame. Oh, that could. Too far from a drone commander. Okay, so we need to be near a drone commander. So I think that is looking like a reasonable spot. Rotate it a bit so I can get those pipes to the pipe on that side. Well, all of a sudden we can't. No. There we go. There. I'm starting to rethink this now. I'm wondering whether we might be better placing it. Ah, crap! No, let's go with that. There we go. I'm going to use this vehicle. I'm going to recall all the drones from there. I'm going to place him over here. And then they can start using this concrete and the metals here to build this, which takes actually 10 polymer, 80 concrete, 20 metal. So I think, how many polymer have we got? I know we were low, so we've got 6 polymer there, and this guy has 6 polymer. So we've got enough. We don't have anything that requires polymers at the moment for maintenance, but he's still gathering? No, he's not. So let's get him to drop. Let's get him to offload these resources here. Actually, it might be better offloading it here. Yeah. All of it. All of it! We are going to need some more polymers for the maintenance of these guys again. That's really crept up quickly. That's 5 points off returning to Earth, but we don't have any rare exports, any minerals, rare minerals to export back to Earth. But that's okay, because we've got a good wedge of cash. So if I get him to offload his drones, they should now start working on this. Speed you up a little bit. Where are they going? They're going for the concrete. They're going for the concrete! I might just put in another cheeky scanner, actually, next to this one. Just cause. Although they take electronics to maintain, we have quite a few electronics here. It's looking like, what have we got on the maintenance side? Polymers, polymers, polymers. They're metals, so they're okay. They are machine parts. These are metals. These are metals. These are metals. So you can see again, at the outset, we set... Why does that need to be near a drone commander? So at the outset, we set all of our initial power and buildings based on how much resources we had available. We minimised the impact upon machine parts, maintenance. It looks like I'm going to need to build a drone station, and I'm going to build... Okay, so I'm going to build that. The drone hub. So you can see the sphere of influence on the drone hub now. So I'm going to drop that there. I think I'll just bring it up to here. Where do we put that dumping ground? Just need to make sure that we've still got that in there. Okay. I'll push that out there, I think. Well, that's going over the mountains. That's not really helpful, so I'm wondering whether I can just tweak it out here. Let's do that, and I'm just going to run a power cable from here out to it. There we go. Okay. So that's given us a bit more sphere of influence. That's still covering here. I think I'm going to need to start to think about another rocket. That's nearly ready to go back, so let's look at getting another rocket. And I'm going to have another cargo rocket, and I'm going to have a prefab building of polymer factory, I think. That's 10,000 kilograms. A machine parts factory. An electronics factory. Okay. And then another transport, I think. So we've got 30,000 kilograms. Let's have a 20 of those each, and then let's get some more drones, and maybe another rover for the drones. Not got enough room. Don't want any more orbital probes. Food might be handy. I think the settlers come with food themselves. This is dependent on the research now. I don't want to grab any of these, so let's just get some more drones. And... well, that's literally it. So that's ordered. So we'll see that countdown there. What it's bringing, how long it's going to take. It's on 2%. Flight progress, 3%, 4%. So that'll be here fairly soon. You need to think about where we're going to drop that. And it doesn't have any people in it, but it's got resources. So now that we have a drone hub here, we could think about dropping it down in this area. Let's see, we've researched all of that. So scan there, maybe scan there as well, and just finish off that top area for scanning. So okay, now we have this poor explorer has had nothing to do really, just sitting there depleting its battery. Drone hub's up and running. You can see next to the drone hub we've got the recharge areas, and now we've got 2 drones under its control. So now the warning signs for all of this have gone, but not that, unfortunately. That was my fault. So we're not seeing any waste rocks from this now. It's still the production's done. Constructions. I'll address that if it becomes a concern. That we do still have this dumping site here. No, we don't. We need to make a new dumping site. I don't know what you can do with these once they're depleted. Yeah. Side product of mining. So it just sits there and does nothing. So let's be sensible. This is another concrete location. So we could potentially set up an operation here. So I'm going to put...
research complete.
Awesome. Research complete. So I'm going to put another dumping ground just here. Keep it out of sight, out of mind. And now we've got our research complete, so let's have a look at that. So this is now on to... so we've gained the low G hydrosynthesis in the polymer factory. So we can build a polymer factory, but we need people to operate it, as you can see. There, we need 6 people to operate it. And this decommission protocol we can use when the concrete factory and other areas are kaput, so we've mined them to the point of being useless. We're not at the point where we need more applicants yet. We have quite a few there, so this is going to... it'll let that one run. And see where that takes us to on this tree when we get to that box in the biotech. So this is coming along. Yeah, they're just ferrying concrete back and forth now, so this guy needs to go and make himself useful.
Resources are low.
Yes, we know we're low on polymers.
Sector scanned.
They're on the way, don't worry. So, let me see... where were the metals? I thought we had some around here. No? I grabbed all of them? Oh, it's okay. So, you, my boy, let's get all the outlying areas first. No, let's get these. Let's get these. I'm thinking maybe land the second rocket here and start to establish water supply from there as well. The problem we're going to have now is we're going to need to move to a point where we can transition to another part of the map fairly quickly. And this may be my downfall, even on the easy mode. And we obviously can't put any habitable space there. If we now have a look at the next size up in the domes.
Vehicle battery low.
What have we got? Okay, he needs a new... So the good thing about the vehicles now is you can tell them to recharge here. And just click on a power cable and off you go. These need maintenance. That needs maintenance. That's okay. This is now ready to return to earthy earth. Just need to get that one machine part off it. Otherwise we'll lose it. The downside to this is we're going to lose the command of these drones, so they should attach themselves to this drone hub. And that drone hub only extends to here. So that's okay, they're in that sphere of influence at the moment. We do have this drone hub here. So what we've got, now you can see there's nothing covering the maintenance. I'm just going to move that. There we go. So that's just covering the maintenance of those areas now, and hopefully, yeah, that's covering the maintenance of all these areas. So we just need to make sure we're keeping everything inside the sphere of influence of the drones, so they can maintain everything. So he can now just grab the last machine parts off there, and then we can tell it to bog off. Home. This is now ready to land. So we need to think about where do we drop these new resources. And drone hub, and I'm thinking maybe over here somewhere. There's a space here where we could put another biosphere or dome. So we're going to see this built fairly soon, I think. Yeah, there's the last polymer going in now. Yep, we're going to start to see that being built. So once that's built, the temptation may be to just run straight to putting your colonists in there, but what we need to do now is to start to put some buildings in for habitable quarters, medical hospitals, entertainment, so the people, and just so people don't go crazy. So I'm going to park it there, if you'll pardon my parlance. And
milestone achieved. We have an oxygen shortage. We have a water shortage. We have a power shortage.
Okay. So hopefully you can see now that we've got the power here ready to go. We've got the water and the oxygen in these pipes combined ready to go. This requires how much power? So it requires 15. Now we've got
vehicle battery low.
Plenty of this always happens when got plenty of power in here, I think. No, we need more power supply. So next episode, build more power supply.
Sector scanned.
It's getting silly this now. It always happens every time I go to close a video off. So, next episode, we're going to connect the power to this dome and the water and the oxygen. We're going to build some more power sources here, and then we'll see. Yeah, maybe build some power sources along this side. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully you will follow me in this journey into Mars, and I will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.